Hey everybody, my name's Tiffany.
And my name is Tommy.
Welcome back for another Stoptech adventure. This past weekend we went to Thunderhill, but we actually tried out East Track for the very first time. It's my first time on East Track as well as
Myself.
for Tommy. Yeah. I took my MRS, Tommy took his NC Miata. So we've been tracking for a while, for about 7 years or so now. And we've done Thunderhill West as well as the 5 Mile many times. The only one we haven't done is Thunderhill East. The reason for that, I think, is from my point of view, is that I always thought of East Track as just kind of like a really fast-paced track. It just didn't really benefit a low horsepower car to go because it's kind of like just relatively straight and the turns are like high-speed sweepers and it just didn't really sound really fun for me. But I was really taken aback this first time I went. There were lots of really technical sections and I think it is definitely not a beginner track. And I quite like it actually.
Me too, I had a lot of fun. Like Tiffany said, there were a lot of straight, but also there are a lot of high-speed turns, but there are also a lot of blind turns with camber.
So let's go ahead and check out some laps. This is the third session, second to the last lap, so the one right before my out lap.
We're talking third gear?
Yes, I tried fourth and I did not like it. So I early shift here just to make the most out of me being in fourth. These consecutive turns here, I think, you know, I definitely don't really need to brake, but like when you swing the car through those S's, I don't think I need to brake, but it feels very unsettling for me, so sometimes I tap the brakes a little bit, but I think if I am like actually confident about it, I don't think you need to brake there. This upcoming turn, I was also trying to work up the confidence on not tapping the brakes or using any of the brakes. By the end of the day, I was simply just lifting a little bit to steady out the car. This turn is kind of sketch because you can't even see, right?
It's really sketch.
Yeah, I tend to stay more towards the left just in case. And then finding the braking point here is also kind of challenging.
Nice. You use all the track.
Some people don't use it, I don't know why.
You on the gas already now?
I'm like mid throttle, and then here is when I full throttle.
Yeah, I see.
And this is a 222 lap.
I think you did pretty well for a MRS, first time at East.
I think, you know, obviously there's definitely time to be shaved, and with such a high-speed track, if you're able to improve on these small items like braking zones and carrying more speed before a track out point, like you can, it's like that small little change and improvement. These tracks, I think, can save you a lot of time. It's not like tight tracks like West where it's hard to shave time off, right, with improvement. But these, it's like button willow. Like once you're able to like tweak that improvement and like get it down right, like suddenly you're finding like 1 to 2 seconds improvement. And I think that's the case for me. We're moving on to Tommy's video.
So I'm in 5th gear through turn 1. And then downshifted back to 4th.
I don't like how sketchy it is in 4.
The rear is like coming out. And then place the car toward the middle, and it does help. And just full throttle it. The whole time I'm in 4th gear. I just brake a little bit back there and was able to make that turn. I actually don't even need to brake, I just lift a little bit.
I think it's nice that the NC has torque in 4th.
Yep. And this corner back there, I just lift a little bit, I still can't full throttle. And I'm still in 4th gear here. So I'm still in 4th gear all the way up to this corner until here I need to downshift to 3rd. And I caught up in some traffic. This guy let me by.
I don't like the feeling of running out of track there.
Yeah. So this lap was my PB lap. It was 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Throughout the day, I was just trying different things, and I think ultimately I was able to drive better lines, brake at better places, and place my car better on the track, which net me like a PB lap. I was in 4th gear a lot. I was basically in 4th gear almost like majority of the track. The only turn that I really had to downshift back to like 3rd was those like really tight corners. And I think that on a cool day, if we come back in the winter, hopefully I can do like a 210. What's your favorite corner? I mean, what's your favorite part about East?
I don't think I have a favorite turn. I think there are a lot of turns that are very rewarding if you can take it the way you want to take it.
Yeah.
And obviously with my time and with the way I'm driving right now, there are a lot of turns that I am not able to take the way that I would want to take it. There are a lot of turns that I know I can probably go through with either less braking or no braking, but it's just my confidence level is not really there yet.
Like you said, a lot of turns are like really, really fun and rewarding. But I guess if you ask me to pick like a favorite, one of them could be the sweeper. Sweeper is really fun, I think.
That's actually my least favorite.
Yeah,
I think it's very boring.
I think it's really fun, actually.
I think it's very boring because it's like the same thing as West Track. It's like very similar type of sweeper.
West Track has a sweeper? I see
Yeah,
what you mean.
it's like
I
the same, but like less. This one is like button willow sweeper style.
No, the Riverside is way faster.
Not the Riverside. Yeah. The one right before the S's.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like that one where like the way you need to take it is like it's a decreasing. It's kind of similar. I feel like the sweeper is not specific to the East Track. Like you can find it like everywhere else. That's why I don't find it interesting.
It could be like the bypass. Bypass is fun. It's like a
bypass is interesting. Turn 8 I think is fun.
Oh, like that little uphill.
Yeah, that uphill is I don't want to call it fun. I guess it's like interesting. There's lots of interesting turns at East. Turn 10 is fun because you can see people like taking it very differently. I think some people use the strip, some people don't use the strip. Turn 1 is fun if, very rewarding if you can take it at that speed. I think every single turn is pretty fun. Just not the sweeper. I'm just so tired of sweepers.
The sweeper is fun, dude.
I'm just
like the
so tired of them. You see them at every single track. It's so boring to me. I don't know. Well, what did you think? Did you see us at East Track? Were you there? If so, drop a comment down below. Say hi. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more Spec Geek Adventure. Bye!